Okay, come, children. Let's begin with a little bit of last week's work. So last week, right, and the week before, right, we were doing something called algebra. Yes, algebra is actually a P6 topic, right? But sometimes your school teacher teach it at the end of the at the end of the term, right? So maybe they'll teach it in July or August, right? Because it's not a very big topic, right? I chose to start it off because I think it's your first topic in your some of the textbook, all right? So I just start off with algebra first, just to let you know. Can? So I taught you things like what's the meaning of simplification, right? To try to simplify all the algebra, all the alphabets and all this. I also teach you how to do something called writing the alphabets. Yep, I believe so. Okay. So what's happening is down here, right? This one question, right? This is a one question from last week. It's not a homework, it's just a review question, right? Those of you who actually have the chance to look at it, right? Probably you know the answer already. All right, but let me just go through this
I
one
didn't see
question
the
from last
homework.
week. It's
I
not a
can't
homework,
find
don't
it.
worry. It's not a homework, it's a review question, don't worry.
No, but I can't find it.
Oh, you can't find it? Oh no. Then it's okay. Even better. Right, because it's not a homework anyway, what? So you shouldn't be looking at it, what, right? Okay, come. So today, right, we'll be doing a little bit of just one question from this algebra. Then we'll move into something called fractions already. Right, fractions is another very big topic in your P6 and P5. All right, so it's die must know one. All right, so next time when I say die must know, right, I will use the short form as DDMK. Right, die must know. DDMK. Okay?
End of no. Every time when I see at all the
Videos?
last year P5 one, you will always put DDMK at the back.
Correct. Die must know.
I don't know why it was
You
there.
don't know what it mean, right? Yeah, correct. So those videos, right, I purposely don't want to say what it does it means. Right. So now if you attend the tutorial classes, now you know, no? DDMK means die must know. Alright, so DDMK questions means die must know question. Can? Okay, and later we'll do a bit of fractions question, and that will be the main highlight of today's lesson. Alright, but let's just go in and finish off with this one question first. So again, the meaning of algebra, right? So you are supposed to use alphabet, right? Alright, you're supposed to use alphabet to exchange for the secret number. Alright, you're supposed to use alphabet to exchange for this secret number. Alright, so you're supposed to use alphabet to represent the secret number. Right? Okay. So that was my definition for algebra, right? 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. Children, just let you know that this week and next week there's still lesson. This week and next week there's still lesson. After that, right? Nearing Christmas, right? The 2 weeks and the first week of Jan, I don't think there's lesson from 88 tuition. All right. So this week got lesson. Next week also got lesson. So this week the lesson we call it week 47. Next week is week 48. Then after that will be a break. All right. Then you can go and have some Christmas celebration. All right. It's time to have some fun, man. Okay. Sorry. I'm talking to myself. All right, so there were 8 participants, right, who took part in the quiz. Oh, they give me the total participant, right? There are total 8 people who took part in the quiz. Their average score was Q. Oh, average. And children, primary 5, you learn this, don't bluff. All right, if the question gives you the total, right? Total and ask you to find what? To find average, what must you do? What must you do? You must do division, right? Correct or not? But if the question gives you average to find total, what must you do? You must do multiplication, right? That is the beauty of mathematics. It's always this 2 direction. It's either divide or opposite is a times. Not a plus, opposite is a minus. So there's always this reverse, there's always this balance approach. All right, it's very fair. So next week is final. Yes, I think so. All right, next week is the final for the tutorial for this year. Then, of course, I will see you back in 2024. All right, but when I see you back in 2024 in Jan, it will still be on a Monday, but I don't know which Monday. All right, that one you might have to check with the administrator. Because the 1st of Jan, right? The 1st of Jan is a New Year Day. So New Year Day, you're supposed to go and party, right? So party, you want to come for lesson? Huh? I also want to party. All right, so the 1st Jan is supposed to be on a Monday. So I think that day got no lesson. Yeah, but again, you wait for the administrator to give you a call. Today got lesson. Next Monday also got lesson. Then after that will be break. Can? All right, so as I was trying to say, from average back to total, you must do a multiplication. So the question said the average was Q. The average was Q. So what must you do? What must you do? All right, you must go and find the total, right? So how do you find the total? All right, since the average is Q and there are 8 participants times 8, you have to multiply back, remember or not? All right, and what is Q times 8? Q times 8 is the same as 8 times Q. All right, and this can be written as 8Q. And what is this 8Q? 8Q is actually the marks. All right, are you still with me? All right, for those who don't know algebra, right, for those new students, I'm so sorry, yeah, because I've been talking about this for the last two lessons. All right, so it might be something new to you, it's okay. All right, later the fraction one is the thing that you're supposed to focus. Can? Oh, you see Victoria, very happy, shaking, later, later the head drop off. No, I'm just kidding, All right, keep your head to yourself, Victoria, don't drop it off. All right, later, 2 more participants join the quiz. Oh yeah, each of them score 10 marks. Oh, okay. So there are 2 more participants who come to join, right? And this participant got 10 marks. And this other participant also got 10 marks. So what was the new total score for all the participants? Question is looking for new total score for all. Say all. All right. So everybody. All right. So down here, right, these 2 persons who join in, right, the total is 20. Correct or not? This is the total for 8 people. This is the total for the additional 2 people. So what is the total? Total means plus together. So your answer will be 8Q plus 20. All right. You can present it as bracket marks. That will be beautiful. All right. So this is algebra. Algebra consists of what? Algebra consists of some of the numbers and some of the alphabets. All right. They are put together. All right. So the rest, you should have an idea of what is algebra already because we have been doing this for the last 2 weeks. Can? The question say that if Q is 15, find the new average score of all the participants. Oh, if Q is 15. So down here, right, can we go and find the total? Can we find the total of this 8 person? So if Q is 15, so Q is like 15 times 8, what? Correct or not? So you exchange the Q for a 15. Press your calculator. Answer down here is 120 marks. For the what? For the 8 people. This is for the 8 people. All right, this is for the 8 people. Then the total score will be what? 120 plus the 20, right? Remember, you plus the 20, right? Because got 2 additional people came in, right? So the total score will be 140. So this 140 marks, right, consists of how many people? It consists of 10 people now. What's the question looking for? Find the new average score for all the participants. All. All right. So this is the total. This is the total. The question is looking for average, right? So you must go and do another step. So children, please read your question properly. 140 marks, right? You must go and divide back by how many people? There are 10 participants. All right, there are 10 students or 10 participants. So if you do your division, each person will get 14 marks. And that's your answer. Woo! All right. So for those, right, for those who don't understand the alphabet, it's okay lah. It's okay, really. All right. In Jan, in Feb, all right, sometimes the teacher will just go through a little bit again. All right. And your school teacher, right, will also go through it maybe at the end of the year. Right? Because it's going to be a very small topic. Don't worry. All right. The entire PSLE, right, I told you already, it's about maximum about 3 marks only. Right. The 100 marks, 3 marks is about algebra only. Right. I'm not saying that it's not important. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's important, but you can pick it up very easily. Don't worry about it. Don't make it such a big deal like that. Okay? So the 3 marks, you are supposed to pick it up because it's very simple. It's very easy to get. Right? But if you don't understand now, it's perfectly okay because it's not fair to you. Right? We have been doing this for the last 2 weeks. Okay? All right. So this is my work from the last lesson. Okay? Today, right, we are going to do something called fractions. All right, we're going to do something called fractions. Okay. So are you ready, children? All right, so those of you, if you have your exercise book with you, right, can you please take out your exercise book? All right. Okay, so today we are going to do a little bit of the drawing models and branching method and remainder concept. Okay, so if you have your exercise book, right, can you please open up to a new, fresh page? All right, this is the notes. This is the notes for today. So every lesson, I will try to come up with some notes, right, so that you are able to kind of have a recap of what the lesson is about. And after you write these notes, right, inside your exercise book, you are able to refer to your exercise book as and when. All right. Then after referring to your exercise book as and when, right, you have a better idea. Oh, yeah. This question can use this method. Right. You are able to refer to it anytime. Is that okay? Yes, of course you can screenshot. Of course you can do all this. You students are very highly savvy, highly tech savvy. All right. You know how to screenshot, go ahead. You know how to use your camera to take a nice picture, go ahead. Can? Go ahead. Yeah. All right, so what is happening is down here, right? I need you to know these two different types of question. So the first type is you're comparing fractions to total. Fraction of a total. All right, fraction of a total. Okay, VS versus. Okay, versus fraction of a remainder. Is there a difference? Of course, there's a difference. All right, one is a total, one is a remainder. Obviously, there's a difference, children. Hey, y'all. All right, so VS means versus. VS. All right, so how does a fraction of a total looks like? All right, how does a fraction of a total looks like? Okay, so for example, they will say that um, maybe they will say that they are let's say marbles. All right, they are red, blue, purple marbles. Okay. Okay, then they will say that the red marbles the red are what? Red is let's say 2/3 or 2/5 of total. Okay, they will say that red is 2/5 of the total. Then they will say that blue is let's say blue is let's say 1/10 or maybe 1/5 of total. All right, they will say, right, red is 2/5 of total, blue is 1/5 of total. Something like that. Can? All right, sometimes they don't even use the word total. They say red is 2/5 of the marbles they have. Something like that. All right, so you have to read the sentence properly. So what does this mean? This means, right, this means that there is a total of what? There's a total of 5 units. All right, there's a total of 5 units. It's so happening that it's the same. That's good. All right, and the red, right? The red represents 2 out of the 5 units. All right, the blue represents 1 out of the 5 units. So some of you very smart. You know the purple already. All right. So for example, I'm not smart. All right. I want to draw model. So red is 2/5. Red is 2/5. Means what? Means that down here I have to have 5 units, right? All right. So red is like that. All right. I need to have 5 units.